You can never have enough color, I always say. That's why Illustrator gives you a huge amount of swatch libraries to choose from. Whether you want to create things for an ad using colors for ice cream or fruit, medieval, baroque, or whatever, or using something like a color system like a Pantone, you can find them inside of Illustrator. Now, for those of you guys who are new to colors and working with clients, typically characters like Spider-Man and Batman and all kinds of characters have specific colors associated with their uniforms, their skin color, their accessories like weapons, utility belts, and so on. So that when you get a job from a client, you're going to go home and they're going to give you little swatches that indicate exactly what colors belong to what. This is very important because this makes sure that you and every other artist working on the property use the same exact colors. So one person doesn't have a green Batman all of a sudden. Everybody's Batman is going to be the same gray, the same exact yellow for the logo and everything. So this is also important for you guys out there who have your own characters and you're working with a team of people. So when you have a team of people working on your characters, you can say, all right, the blue for this is this color. This is Pantone 562, for example. You can even use RGB values or CMYK values. So you can say, I want the color for this to be so-and-so and so forth. Let me just go ahead and double click on this swatch here and just show you that we have some values here, as you can see. So let me go ahead and move this around. Let's say that you have a character and the cape is this color. So how could you indicate to an artist you're working with what this color is? Well, of course, you could take a screenshot, but you know what? Screenshots are not reliable. You email this to somebody else and their system is calibrated differently than yours. This color is going to look like this on their system, or even this. So what you can do instead is look at this value. So you can say to the artist R52, G142, and B147. So what happens is they get their thing and they enter those values you gave them. And I just forgot what they were already, but as you can see, I can just enter those numbers in here and I can get those exact values without messing up. Very good way to work. So let's go ahead and talk about the libraries that we can access to do those things. So I'm going to grab my swatches here. I'll tear that off as usual. And if you look over here on this arrow, I can choose on the bottom, Open Swatch Library. So let's say you want to work on a theme. You want to do something kind of, art history. You go to art history, you could choose ancient, baroque, impressionism, and so on. Let's go ahead and choose Middle Ages. A new panel opens up with the Middle Age colors. All right. So as you can see, they weren't really doing a lot of the bright colors back then. Everything was kind of dreary, I guess. I mean, it was the Dark Ages. So I can go ahead and choose something like this color here, hit X on my keyboard to change my stroke color to something like this perhaps, and I'll increase the size of that stroke. And now I have a nice medieval oval. Yes, wonderful. Now go ahead and change the color. So how do I get to different libraries? Well, I have two methods available to me. I can use these arrows to cycle through them. I can also choose this little guy right here to choose a different library. So let's choose foods and ice cream. And for some reason, when I do these tutorials, I always make myself hungry every single time. I wonder why. So here's some ice cream colors. All right, so you can be doing an ad and you have a nice mango or melon or whatever fruit that is that's green inside. And you can hit X on the keyboard and you can change the color. So you have all kinds of cool stuff. Now getting to those system books like Pantone, you can get to those as well. I'll go back to this guy here. Actually, let me go to this one. And I can go to Open Swatch Library, and I'll go down to the bottom and choose Other Library. It's going to open up your dialog box here, and I'm inside of the install of Illustrator, and I can go to my, let's see, where is it here? My swatches, color books, and here we go. Pantone's in here. We have Toyo, True Match, and these are going to vary depending on your client's needs. So your client could say they're using Pantone and they're using a certain system. Here's metallic coated. Here is color bridge CMYK. Here's all kinds of different ones in here. So definitely ask your client what color system they want you to use if they don't tell you, because you want to make sure that you give your client the colors that they want. Now, I literally just had a job from a client, and I was doing a bottle. It was like a nail polish bottle or something like that, and she wanted me to match another pink color. And I asked, what color is this? And she said, well, just make up a pink. Just use any pink you want to. And I was very apprehensive about that because I've been doing this for a very long time, and we all know that client is another word for question mark. They don't know what they want. They want you to figure it out. And then, of course, when you choose that color, they're going to go, you know what? Can you make it a little bit brighter? So try to get the colors nailed down, because in the long run, you're going to go back and forth because you're going to choose a color. They're not going to like the color. So leave it to the client when possible to tell you what colors they want you to use so you can focus on getting the job done for them with the least amount of guesswork. So that is my little tip for you guys for today. I hope you enjoyed that. All right, so that is how we can use the different color systems and color swatch libraries.